Good Tuesday morning, and welcome to the November 16th edition of our Premium Market Digest in video format. In this video, we'll review three markets, beginning with United Community Bank's ticker UCBI, a potential bounce trade. This one trading near all-time lows, in fact a 52-week low, and judging by the long-term chart, perhaps an all-time low for that matter. I'm expecting the market to rebound at one point or another. If it happens to be this session, then we should see the market break up over $1.32 a share. Let me show you how I get that. So with this one really having no support beyond the low coming off Monday's trading session, I'll break this down into the hourly chart, giving you a better perspective of what happened on Monday. So first of all, the market really broke to the downside. Volume picked up slightly, but not as much as it had when the price began to bounce. So perhaps some traders jumped in and said, whoa, something's going on. The market is oversold, and we think it's going to turn to the upside. So somebody got in. We saw a lot of volume towards the last hour of trading, and that points to a higher open for this trading session. So I took a quick look at this hourly chart, and I said if it breaks up above this trend line, which I used to represent $1.32 a share, I think that's a good test of strength, and if the market breaks above this resisting level, we're going to enter on this trade and try to make some money with a quick trade. So let's suppose we enter on this trade in the next few hours for that matter, and we have an open position. We want to protect our capital in case this market keeps churning and in fact heading to the downside, perhaps to another low. Who knows what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is place a stop just shy of support of $125 a share. That was the closing price coming off Monday's trading session, so we'll place one at $124, $123, again depending on how much risk you want to take on. I think that'd be a very fair estimate of where you'd want to exit the position should the market turn to the downside, again assuming that our entry criteria is met. Assuming we see an upside, look for a gain of about 10% on this trade, so look for a target price anywhere in and around $1.45 a share. That should give you about a 10% return, assuming you enter it at $1.32 per share. Next up, we have Westell Technology Incorporated, ticker WSTL. This one's an interesting one that we usually wouldn't profile, but I like the fact the market broke up above any resistance levels for that matter, really a blue sky breakout. There's no telling how high this one will go, and we've seen time and time again this one breaking to new highs, as in this area here. So I mean, had we looked at the chart back in this arena, just scroll back and I'll show you what I mean. The market broke to the upside and we would have thought, okay, the market is overbought. There's no likelihood of any continuation to the upside, even though we saw the strong trading volume. But in fact, what happened was this huge rally and higher highs forming. Similarly, here we have another breakout, and again, strong trading volume. What I'd like to see now is a test of a certain interval. So what I did was I just pinpointed $3.46 a share as my entry signal, and I call that the confidence test. So if the market breaks over $3.46 per share, I'm entering on this trade. To me, that says this market wants to go higher, and I'm going to make some money on that move or rally. I then used this hourly chart to find where support may lie, and I found that 338 supports the price quite well. So that'd be this trend line I just drew in at $3.38 per share. And that's exactly where I'm going to place my stop, not below it or anything like that. I want to minimize my risk and maximize the potential return on this trade. Next we have Ivanhoe Energy Incorporated, ticker IVAN. What I like about this one is came up on my scanner when I was looking for stocks that gapped down, finished up based on their opening price and on the trading session. So this one first gapping down, showing a lot of strength moving to the upside. Here's an intraday look. In fact, let's take a look at the 10-minute chart. This is something of how the market opened. So I mean, this gap down for whatever reason, and the market then heading back to the upside and towards the latter half of trading. You can see strong trading volume and the price just breaking to the upside. So again, here I broke the market down into the hourly intervals, the hourly chart so to speak, and I found that $2.40 a share is resistance. So if the market breaks above $2.40 a share, I'm going to try and enter on this trade. I'm also going to place a stop at $2.33 a share, which happens to be support. 234 is this level I've just indicated now. And 233 is right about here. So this is where support lies, and that's where I'm going to place my stop. So a potential downside here, 7 or 8 cents on the trade, and the upside being probably as high as $2.60 a share. So let's just take a look at where resistance happens to lie. So it looks like 262. Let me just show you how we got that. So the low coming off this period, $2.62 a share. So that would be the first level of resistance. We want to sell just prior to it, so 260 could be a good primary target. And then as for the secondary target, anywhere in the arena of $2.75 a share should be quite reasonable. Here's one last quick look at all three markets profiled in this video. Ivanhoe Energy, ticker IVAN. Westhow Technology Incorporated, ticker WSTL. And United Community Banks, ticker UCBI. That'll wrap up this edition of Premium Market Digest in video format. Thank you for listening.